Welcome back to the world of Pokemon. This is Tis Me being me, Tis Me for short, and this is part 2 of my Pokemon Yellow walkthrough. Now last time we explored Pallet Town and parts of Viridian City, and we kind of did the opening sequence of the game. This time I'm going to try to get through Viridian Forest. We'll see what happens. I went ahead and made my way back to Viridian City before I started the video. I hope that doesn't bother you. I figured you didn't want to see me walk through Route 1 again. So I just went ahead and headed back to Viridian City. So here, I'm going to go ahead and head to the Pokemart. I need to pick up a few things before I get started. We're going to talk to this guy, and we're going to buy a few things. First, I'm going to grab a few Pokeballs. This is the first opportunity you have to buy Pokeballs in the game. So I'm going to go ahead and grab 5 of them. And while we're here, I know I already got a couple potions, but I'm going to go ahead and pick up a few more. They're useful at this point in the game, especially when you're trying to get your Pokemon a little bit higher of a level. So we're going to go ahead and grab a few of those. And I got my Pikachu all healed up. Captain Mal is all ready to go. And let's go ahead and get started. So last time I told you I'd head over here a little bit later. This just says Viridian. Okay, this is the Viridian City post. Head over this direction though, and you get to be introduced to a few new Pokemon. Hopefully we can catch one of them. There's one in particular I'm looking for. And hey, first shot, Mankey. Mankey is one of the Pokemon you can find on this route. And I do want to catch it. It's only level 3 though. Maybe I'll try for a little hybrid level Mankey. I think you can catch it level 5 here. But Mankey will be useful here at the beginning of the game, Pokemon Yellow. In Pokemon Red and Blue, whichever starter Pokemon, and Captain Mal got to level 7, good. Whatever starter Pokemon you start with in Red or Blue, even if you start with Charmander, you're going to have a better chance at beating the first gym leader. He is a rock type gym leader, and here you have Nidoran Male. This is the second Pokemon you can catch on this route. So the first gym leader is a rock type gym leader, and with Red and Blue, you have a pretty easy time, even with Charmander, trying to beat that gym leader. However, with Pokemon Yellow, you start with Pikachu, and as you know, rock Pokemon are immune to electric type attacks. So you're gonna have a little harder of a time beating that gym leader with Pikachu. Here, and number 3 is Nidoran Female. This is the third Pokemon you can find on this route. So in Pokemon Yellow, you can catch both Nidoran Male, Nidoran Female. I think they spawn equally, and Mankey. And Mankey is the one I'm looking for. Fighting type Pokemon are highly effective against rock type Pokemon, so I do want to catch Mankey. I feel like Primate, the evolved form of Mankey, will be a useful Pokemon in this game, so that's what I'm looking for here. Like I said, later on I probably won't battle every single Pokemon I find, but it's good experience here at the beginning of the game. Now the first time I played Pokemon, actually, Nidoran Female was one of my strongest Pokemon throughout the game. It evolved into Nidoqueen pretty early on, and it's actually what carried me through the entire game. I had no idea what I was doing then. And as you can see, Thundershock does have a chance of paralyzing the opponent. It won't do it every single time, but paralyzation, when they're paralyzed, they do have a chance of not being able to attack every turn. So it's kind of useful. So even if you don't want a Mankey, Nidoran Male and Female are both actually pretty good Pokemon to have. They're both Poison and Ground type, I think. But they're pretty useful. They have a wide range of moves that they can learn in the game, and they're pretty powerful pretty early on. I think Nidoran Male learns Double Kick really early, so that is useful against Brock as well. Brock being the first gym leader. Alright, and of course that first Mankey is the first and only one that I found so far. And this is a good experience for Pikachu. He's not going to get a whole lot of opportunity. After the first gym leader, after Brock, you're going to go into a cave, and he's not going to be very useful in the cave, since you will find rock Pokemon there too. So Mankey's actually going to get a whole lot of experience once we get to Mount Moon here in a couple episodes. So getting this experience for Pikachu will be nice here as we look for this Mankey. Another Nidoran. Should have just caught that first Mankey. I was kind of hoping for something a little higher level. Next one I find, though, I will go ahead and catch. Whether it's level 3 or level 5. Kind of wanted one on level 5, but I guess I won't be picky after this. And Captain Mount grew to level 8. And I learned Thunder Wave. Thunder Wave is an electric type move, and it paralyzes the opponent. Doesn't do any damage, but it does paralyze them, which is, it can be useful. And another Nidoran male. Like I said, either Nidoran would be useful. They evolve pretty early on. Both of them evolve at level 16 to either Nidorino or Nidorina. And we have Mankey. Alright, I will catch this one. Level 3. Same level as the last one, but I'm not going to be picky anymore. Hopefully this Thunder Shock won't knock it out. It shouldn't, though. Ooh, so close. And it's paralyzed, which will help me catch it a little bit easier. So we're going to go ahead and go into our items. Use one of those Pokeballs we bought just a little while ago. And see what happens. Now, some people say you have to mash B in order to catch the Pokemon. That is not true. It actually doesn't help you at all. So mashing B won't do anything for you. Mankey, the pig Pokemon, the pig monkey. An agile Pokemon that lives in trees. It angers easily and will not hesitate to attack anything. And do I want to give a nickname to Mankey? Yes, I do. I was going to name Mankey Bruce Lee, but I came up with a little bit better of a name. Something a little more original. I'm going to go ahead and name Mankey Ip Man. Now, if you don't know who Ip Man is actually the Grandmaster of Bruce Lee, the one who trained Bruce Lee's master. Ip Man is also a character in a movie based on that gentleman, played by Donnie Yen. The name of the movie is, in fact, Ip Man. It's actually a really good martial arts movie. Definitely worth a watch if you like that kind of movie. Pretty sure it's on Netflix. There's 3 different ones, 1, 2, and 3. I think the 3rd one's coming out soon. But 1 and 2 are definitely good watches. I highly recommend them. So now we have Captain Mal and Ip Man. And Ip Man, let's see, what does Ip Man know? Ip Man knows Scratch and Leer. Not very good moves yet, but we're going to go ahead and train him. In the original versions, Red, Blue, and Yellow, Gen 1 games, you kind of have to do swap them out to train them. So you throw them out in the battle first and then swap them out to help them gain experience. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and head over here again. If you head a little bit further on this route, you'll start another battle with your rival. In this battle, he will have both his starter Pokemon, Eevee, and also a Spearow. So we're going to go ahead and battle him. Ip Man's only on level 3, but Captain Mal's a little higher level. Hopefully we'll be able to beat him fairly easy. Obviously, Ip Man's not going to have a good chance against level 9 Spearow, so we're going to go ahead and swap over to Captain Mal. The good thing is that flying Pokemon are weak to Thunder Pokemon, so we'll have a pretty easy time beating Spearow here. 2 Thunder Shocks will take care of it. It's super effective. Ip Man grew to level 4, already starting with the level ups. And I'm going to go ahead and switch back over to Ip Man, again, just to get him some experience. It does take a little bit longer to battle this way, but definitely good for Ip Man to get up to higher levels. And Tail Whip failed. So we're going to go ahead and throw out a couple Thunder Shocks. Hopefully beat Eevee. Ooh, didn't do much damage. Well, that escalated quickly. Critical hit. I don't want to fight, actually. I want to heal up. So I'm going to go ahead and use one of my potions. I don't want to get knocked out. Hopefully it won't be another critical hit. Good, not another critical hit. See if we can get... Ooh. This might not go as well as I anticipated. In the test run, I was able to beat my rival pretty easy. It's not working as well this time. I'm going to go ahead and use another potion. I really don't want to lose here. I don't ever like losing to my rival. Not that I like losing anytime. I'm just going to go ahead and Thunder Shock it. And it used a Tail Whip. Hopefully with this last Thunder Shock will knock it out. And I got lucky. And Hitman grew to level 5. So, Hitman's on level 5. I was able to beat it. Beat my rival. Yeah, I just lucked out. I did just luck out because you used defensive moves instead of go ahead and knocking out my Pikachu. He says that the Pokemon League has many tough trainers. He has to figure out how to get past them. So I should quit dawdling and move on. And you are right. So, let's go ahead and heal up, and then we'll head on to Viridian Forest and see what kind of things we can do there. And, of course, we get another wild encounter, and we find another Mankey. Is it on the level 5? Nope, it's only on level 3. I feel much better now. But I'm going to go ahead and run. I won't do much grinding in the game. But it was good while I was looking for the Mankey to go ahead and get those couple of levels. Obviously, it helped me a whole lot in that battle there. So I'm going to go ahead and heal up, and then we'll head to the Viridian Forest. Maybe I'll grab a couple more potions to stock up on my way. And we get Pikachu back, as well as Mankey, obviously. Alright, so let's just take a look around Viridian City now that we're here and can actually go everywhere. Let's grab those couple of potions real quick. I'm going to go ahead and grab 3 more. Why not? Ah. See if I can get it right this time. I still want 2 more. There we go. That'll help me get to the Viridian Forest without having to come back to the Pokemon Center every time I go through a trainer battle. Let's see. I don't think there's anything important in either of these 2 houses. Well, is it this house? Not this house. Let's go back to the other house. The other house is useful if you're a beginner trainer. I might have went over this in the first video. I don't remember, but if you look at the chalkboard, you can look at different status conditions: sleep, burn, poison, freeze, paralyze. Those are all the different status conditions you'll experience throughout the game. We already experienced paralyze, and we'll get to the other ones later on in the game. You can read through those if you want to. I think the notebook, just has a few different notes about how to catch Pokemon. We're not going to read through it. It might have some other information. I'm not sure. But we'll go ahead and move on. Remember this old grumpy man? He's going to let you pass this time, but not without teaching you how to catch a Pokemon. So, he's going to show us how to catch a Pokemon, or actually how not to catch a Pokemon. Because he's going to fail at catching this Rattata. Unlike in Red and Blue, where I think it's a Weedle he catches in Red and Blue. He misses the Rattata in this game. And one of the reasons for that is it helps to fix a patch that was in, or a glitch that was in Red and Blue. He's kind of an important person for the a character for a glitch, a major glitch, where you can catch Missing No, which is a glitch later on in the game, much later on in the game. Trainer tips: catch Pokemon and expand your collection. The more you have, the easier it is to fight. So The reason they do that is so that he has to go to the Pokemart and buy new Pokeballs, and you'll never see him again in Pokemon Yellow, whereas in Red and Blue, he will hang out. On Route 2 here, we have a lot of the same Pokemon we had before. Pidgey, Nidorans. And we'll go on to Viridian Forest. Here in Viridian Forest, in Pokemon Yellow, there are a few new trainers out to fight you. I think that's more experience before facing that Rock-type gym leader. I do have a Pikachu, but you can't have him. So we're going ahead and beat a few of these. Let's see how Hitman does against this Nidoran. Will you go ahead and use Scratch? Did not do very much, but since Nidoran's only using Growl, we'll go ahead and keep spamming Scratch, see what happens. Nidoran used Tackle. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and switch out to Captain Mal. I think that'll be the best thing to do. Maybe get Hitman a little higher level before using him in battle. Yeah, see, Captain Mal can handle him a little bit better than Hitman can. And I'm not going to switch out, I'm just going to keep using Pikachu. So this last has both a male and a female Nidoran. Pretty easy work for Pikachu. Knock them both out in just a few Thunder Shocks. Critical hits. I always like critical hits. Go ahead and knock both of those out. And Captain Mal grew to level 9. Congratulations, Captain Mal. And I defeated Lass. Alright, and I think there was an item here in Red and Blue. Obviously, it's not there in Yellow. But there is one over here. There might be a hidden item back in that patch of grass. In Viridian Forest, you will find, I think it's just 3 Pokemon. In Viridian Forest, you will find, in Pokemon Yellow, both a Caterpie and Metapod, as well as a Pidgeotto, actually, because Ash caught both Caterpie and Pidgeotto in the anime. So, for poison, use Antidote. Yeah, the Pokemarts. So yeah, Antidote will heal poison, but we don't have to worry about that in the Viridian Forest yet, so it won't be useful yet. And all these little things have trainer tips that you'll be able to read if you need to. This guy ran out of Pokeballs, telling us we should carry extra. Alright, now we get to fight a Bugcatcher. So we're going to go ahead and take care of this Bugcatcher. We'll see how Mankey does against, see how Hitman does against these Caterpie. Caterpie are a little weaker, but I think, since we're both using physical attacks, it's not going to matter the weakness, but I think it goes both ways for Bug to fighting and fighting to Bug. So fighting Pokemon are resistant to Bug attacks, and Bug Pokemon are resistant to fighting attacks. So, but since we're both using physical moves, it'll be a pretty even battle, especially since Caterpie isn't that great of a Pokemon in the first place. And you see it keeps using String Shot, so I have nothing to worry about here. Unless I run out of Scratch attacks. Which is a distinct possibility, actually. Knock out that Caterpie pretty easy, and Hitman grew to level 6. And Bug Trainer's about to use Caterpie. I'm not going to go ahead and switch Pokemon. Hitman just got a little stronger. May not have the speed, but as long as Caterpie keeps using String Shot, it shouldn't be that difficult to knock him out. Might heal up here in a few seconds if Caterpie decides to tackle me again. Otherwise, I'll just keep using Scratch and heal up after the battle. Yeah, when you use an item, you lose an attack turn. That is your turn, so when you use an item, you don't get to attack. So it is helpful, but I mean, if you can win the battle without using an item, then I'd say don't worry about wasting that slot. And Hitman grew to level 7. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and heal up Mankey real quick. Even though he didn't need the full 20, it will help him get a little higher level. And we'll need to learn a fighting type move before we reach the next gym leader. So definitely can't have him faint while we're in the Viridian Forest. Alright. So we'll fight this bug trainer, bug catcher. And he sent out a Metapod. Metapods should be pretty easy to take down. I don't know if trainer Metapods know anything besides Harden, but any Metapod you find in the wild will only know Harden. We'll see if that's the case with trainer Metapods as well. And 2 of 2 is Harden, so it's a good chance that's a no. Just going to make it a little harder to knock it out. Have to use a few more scratches, but that's alright. We're not going anywhere. You just keep using Harden Metapod, and I will keep scratching you. Eventually, the Harden won't be able to do anything. It's only so high you can raise your defense before it won't do anything. See, nothing happened. So, Metapod has raised his defense too high, and still got knocked out. And I won't change Pokemon. I'll just keep fighting with Ipman. Ipman seems to be able to hold his own in this Viridian Forest. So we'll just keep using Ipman. And even though Caterpie is now fighting first, has higher speed than my Ipman, he's still going to keep using String Shots. So I have nothing to worry about in this battle. First tackle. Did 3 damage. Good job, Caterpie. Like I said, nothing to worry about in this battle. Ipman is holding his own. Ipman grew to level 8. Very good. I don't want to change Pokemon. Yeah, if you accidentally click yes, because I'm just over here mashing A. If you accidentally click yes, you can just hit the B button and it'll go back. No big deal. It's one of the disadvantages of just mashing A. Ooh, critical hit. Very nice. That'll help bring this battle down a couple of turns. Like I said, I guess I was right when I said trainer battles, the Metapod doesn't know anything besides Harden either. Maybe later on, there's one trainer later on, the Metapod might learn or might know Tackle, but again, it's nothing much to worry about. Alright, and we'll move on. Oh, look, another item. And I found another potion. Like I said, very useful very early on in the game. Not so much when you get a little later on. Then you get potions that do a little bit more. You get Super Potion and Hyper Potion. They do a little bit more for you besides 20 damage. But definitely useful here at the beginning of the game. And we'll fight another bug catcher. Hitman will fight another bug catcher. I only have 5 scratches left, so that man's not going to be able to do much more. Hopefully it'll get to level 9 here in this battle before he runs out of scratches. I don't know what happens when they run out of power points. I guess they forget how to. Hitman will forget how to scratch, which is awkward. I'm not going to change Pokemon. I know I only got 1 scratch left, but I'll go ahead and scratch it. And then I'll go ahead and switch over to Captain Mal. And now, ooh! Metapod does know how to tackle. That was a surprise. So I'll go ahead and switch over to Captain Mal since suddenly Hitman doesn't know how to scratch anymore. And we'll go ahead and take out this Metapod fairly quick. Especially since he's tackling me instead of using Harden. That'll be helpful. Yeah, just keep tackling me. Don't use Harden. I don't want this battle to last any longer than it has to. And Hitman grew to level 9. That's what I was looking for. So Hitman grew to level 9. He learned Low Kick, which is indeed a fighting move. And that'll definitely help me out at the first gym. So now I don't even have to switch Pokemon around. I was going to switch over to my Captain Mal to finish off the Viridian Forest. But since Captain Mal, or since Hitman now has a new move, we'll go ahead and test that out instead of switching out to Pikachu. So let's go Hitman. Use that low kick you just learned, even though you don't know how to scratch anymore. She's much more effective. And like I said, even though it said it's not very effective, obviously my Hitman is a higher level Pokemon, so it did a lot of damage. It did say it wasn't very effective because, like I said, bug Pokemon are resistant to fighting Pokemon, so actually it's just... So actually it didn't do as much damage as it would have done if it were a different type of move. I'm not going to fight this Caterpie. I'll go ahead and run. I meant to run from the last one, but I wanted to try out the low kick. So we'll go ahead and run from these wild Pokemon. Kind of save a little bit of time. See if there's anything down here. I think there might be an item. Yep, there's an item down here. Probably another potion. I guess I did need to restock on potions because they're all over the place. But speaking of potions, let's go ahead and heal up before we go to this next battle. Alright, and use both potion, or 2 potions on both Pokemon, getting them back to max health. And we got one last battle before we exit the Viridian Forest. I forgot something, I'll have to do that after this battle. But I'll catch you sent out. Level 10 Caterpie. This Caterpie could be a Butterfree right now, but I guess this trainer definitely wanted a Caterpie. Ooh, not very effective. You see that level 10 definitely helped out Caterpie a whole lot. We'll just go ahead and keep using low kick though. I should still be able to. With low kick, you do have an opportunity to make the other Pokemon flinch, which means they can't attack for the next turn. But yeah, it's definitely. I mean, the low kick isn't very effective against Caterpie, but I still seem to be winning pretty well. Hitman's gonna take this Caterpie out pretty easy. Maybe. Caterpie's gonna keep lowering my speed, even though it's faster than me right now. And with that, I believe that's the last trainer in the Viridian Forest. With a level 10 Caterpie. So the one thing I should have shown you before, right in front of this trainer, there's a hidden item. And you get another potion. Alright, and with that, I think we'll go ahead and exit the Viridian Forest. We didn't see any Pidgeotto, but it is the most rare Pokemon in this forest, so the chances of finding are like 1% or something like that, whereas Caterpie and Metapod hold the other 99%. So you're going to see a lot of those. You'll find a Pidgeotto every now and then. In this grass, you will find more of the same Pokemon we've already seen, so I'm not going to go explore there. And here we are in Pewter City. I thought this sign would be Pewter City, but it's not. We are in Pewter City, the home of the first gym we'll be able to actually fight at. So with that, I think we'll end this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.